All right, guys, AI is coming. I'm not joking. In fact, it's not coming, it's already here. And if you're an appointment setter, you would be right to be worried. Okay, and I'm saying that with love, okay, because I'm an appointment setter myself, right? And I just want to let you know you should be worried. Okay, stop trying to like bury your head in the sand and pretend that it's not coming or it doesn't exist. It's already here. It's just a race against time. Okay, but saying that, you are not completely screwed. Okay, you're not completely screwed, and I'm going to help you combat this effectively because I'm in the exact same boat as you guys. Okay, what you need to understand, right, is appointment setting is great, and there's a lot of people doing it. AI will replace the crap setters. That is the only thing that AI will replace. Okay, it's crap setters that don't really know what they're doing, and they copy the same scripts, they send the same messages, they don't have to diagnose bottlenecks or keep within KPIs or build systems themselves. It will replace crap setters. Okay, so all you really need to do is become a high level setter. Now, obviously, that's quite a vague thing to say, but you need to understand how you can be better than AI. Because here's the thing: AI has so many limitations, right? That I've realized. It's all well and good. Oh, this AI bubble, right? We need to understand a lot of it actually is just hype. It is coming, right? In fact, it's already here. But this whole AI stuff, it's all hype. Just because you stick AI on what you're doing, and these people are sticking AI on what they do, doesn't mean they can actually solve a problem, right? I want you to bring it back to the bare bones, guys. What is appointment setting? It's solving the problem of appointment booking, right? So just because you stick AI on your service doesn't mean you can actually solve the problem. The people don't want AI, they want calls in the calendar. Okay, so truthfully, they don't care whether it's AI or not. They care whether the calls are on the calendar or not. Okay, so the way of us doing it doesn't actually matter, right? And the limitations that I've noticed that AI has with appointment setting is with stuff like Instagram and just Meta in general, which are the main platforms you're going to be using. It can't personalize as well as a human can. And what I mean by that is it can't send voice notes. It can't send personalized videos. It can't use storytelling, specific storytelling of that individual person's life. And these are all three massive pillars, right? I've just said there within personalization that act as a lot of leverage to actually booking in appointments, right? AI is just going to be text based. So that means that this AI is going to have to work extra hard to try and convince the human they're speaking to that they're not AI over text. Now, here's the thing with that. The more people speak to these AI bots, the more they're going to get pissed off. How many times have you tried to fix something online? I don't know. Let's say, for example, you can't find your password. You need to reset it, or you've ordered something and you want to cancel your order, or I don't know, something like digital, and you've gone to the support chat and you speak to an AI bot. How many times have you just clicked, I want to speak to an agent? Because it gives you that option, doesn't it? It gives you the option to speak to an agent like an actual human being. Well, all the time. Nobody just sits there and speaks to a chatbot. Nobody likes speaking to chatbots to solve a massive problem, okay? It's going to be the same thing, especially in appointment setting and especially high ticket appointment setting, okay? For example, if you're on an offer that sells 10K products for a very big pain point like helping business owners scale their company, and these guys are already AI, they understand AI to a high level and they understand you're probably using an AI setter, well, that's going to act as friction, okay? And that's going to be resistance and an objection, right? So the leverage it has is text. They can't do the personalization, but the human can. And in a day and age where AI is just getting rapidly more frequent in every single realm, right? Human personalization, human touch is even more valuable, right? So we need to double down on the stuff that AI can't do, which is the personalization side, the voice notes, the personalized videos, the triage calls, right? The personal storytelling. And also, like I've seen it, like, yeah, AI is great, but the only leverage it really has is speed to lead. It can respond fast. But just because you can respond fast doesn't mean you're good. And also responding fast is a bit of a red flag to these guys who already don't want to speak to AI, right? So yes, speed to lead, but you're going to have to edit the AI to not reply that fast, because if it does, then it tells the person that they're speaking to an AI bot, right? So the speed to lead doesn't really have as much leverage as you think it does, okay? But the only real leverage is the speed to lead. It can't send voice notes. Do you know why? Because Instagram's API blocks it. I've done my research on this. Instagram's API is blocking automated like AI voice notes, right? So for example, if you get the objection on a conversation of prove that you're not AI, right? And the AI is running the conversation, how are they going to prove that it's not AI? I had it the other day. Somebody was pitching me, this big guy with a personal brand was pitching me, and I tested it. I said, prove you're not an AI bot. Couldn't do it. And it was beating around the bush going, oh, saying stuff that didn't really matter, changing the subject, right? I was like, prove you're not an AI bot. I don't care if it's a setter, just send me a voice note. Send me like a picture. It wouldn't do it. I kept changing the subject. It was an AI bot, right? So now what happens at scale when everyone goes, prove you're not an AI bot, and it can't prove it, okay? It's hilarious. So with this whole AI thing, if it is going to be implemented, it needs a human managing it alongside, right? It can't just run by itself. There's a lot of barriers that it can't overcome. For example, the personalization side. It can send texts and it can send text fast, but just because it can do that doesn't mean it's going to do a good job. And trust me, as an appointment setter that's booked around 2,000 appointments now and generated $1.2 million in cash for my clients, right? I'm telling you right now, personalization always wins, right? And when people can clearly see they're speaking to a human being, right? Trust me, getting them to book in a call is so much easier. Nobody likes speaking to bots. And in a day and age where AI is growing rapidly and it's being used more frequently, human touch and human personalization is more and more valued, right? So we need to just double down on the things that AI can't do, which is, of course, the personalization side. So that's pretty much all it is. You need to understand the leverage points AI has, which is just the speed to lead. Honestly, that's it. If you're a skilled appointment setter that knows what they're doing, right, and you're good at your sales skills and you can convince people to book in a call and you're good at what you do, I honestly think the only leverage AI is really going to have is speed to lead. So you can just make a note to respond a bit faster. There's that, and of course, yeah, like AI is good with objection handling, but if you're a good objection handler as a human being, like there's not really going to be much of a difference that AI can do that you can't, right? It really is just the speed at which it can respond. For example, some setters don't really think for themselves. They're copying scripts and they take ages to respond. Those are the crap setters that will be replaced. So you need to become the appointment setter that AI can't replace. And the way you do that is by getting even better at your craft, number one, right? And number two, doubling down on the things that AI can't do, which is, for example, like this is hilarious, the whole voice note thing. That alone, just sending voice notes, completely just destroys AI. It's hilarious, right? And I'm telling you now, if you're selling B2B, high ticket on an appointment setting role, these guys are very clued up in the entire space and they understand about, the whole AI setter thing. These guys are going to know what you're doing. For example, if they're speaking to an AI bot, and I can tell you now, they would rather speak to a human being. And the reason I say that is because I worked on high ticket B2B offers and people have said to me, is this AI? And I've gone, no. And they've gone, prove it. I've had to prove it. And then that's managed to get into book in because they didn't want to speak to an AI bot, right? So this whole AI is taking over appointment setters. It will for crap setters, right? Crap setters. So just don't become a crap setter. Become better at your craft, respond a bit quicker, and leverage, right, everything that AI can't do, which are the core pillars of personalization, and you're going to be absolutely fine. Now, if you want to learn exactly, right, how to land high-ticket AI-proof appointment setting roles, and not have to worry about AI knocking on your door, right? I've been in this space for 2 years. I've worked with people like Charlie Morgan and William Brown. I still do it to this day, and I've generated over $1.2 million online. And I have mastered the art of landing high-ticket AI-proof roles over and over and over again. So if you want to learn how you can do that too, and not have this concern and be paid what you're worth as a setter, there's going to be a link down below in the description running you through exactly how I can help. It's designed to get you to book in a call so I can try to sell you something, right? So if you don't want to book in the call, you don't want to be sold to, don't click it. But if you're serious about making this work, right, and you don't want to be replaced by AI and you want to land high-ticket roles consistently, book in that call and I'll run you through how I can help.